We're going to talk about Pixel Tablet next, which is kind of something I don't think anyone expected to hear much more about, right? Because it's a next year product.
Well, this is the weird Google thing they're doing is they're just teasing everything they're going to do soon.
A year in advance.
So that when it leaks, they're like, well, we showed everybody already.
What is a leak if we just give it to you?
I mean, I wasn't expecting it. So I almost felt like all the leaks of the Pixel 7 and stuff, even though we knew about the tablet, we weren't expecting to learn more. And we did. And so I just want to say, when we were sitting and watching this, they opened up the whole event and they were talking about design where they kind of showed off everything, right? And they showed the tablet, but it was kind of on it was on an end table on the couch. And I was like, is that a Nest Hub or a tablet? I think it is. And Hayato said, oh, it's just a Nest Hub. It's supposed to look exactly like it. And I went, wouldn't it be sick if it had a docking station that turned it into a Nest Hub? You're freaking out. I feel like we had the same thought.
Yeah, it's just the most brilliant thing ever.
It's so simple. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
I love it so much.
Okay, you know what's even more telling?
What?
Is that I walked over to like the area where they had all the products and stuff, and there was a Google product specialist, and I was like, "Is this the tablet?" And she was like, "I."
Oh no, yeah, I had that moment. I had that moment where I walked up to him and the person in front of me just picked it up and tried to take it off. And it's like, oh no, that's just the Nest Hub.
No, it's so for the listeners, like the base looks exactly like the base of the Nest Hub. It's sort of like that fabric. And then you just it's got these pogo pin contacts and it's magnetic and you slap it against the thing. And for me, this makes so much sense because I love the Nest Hub already. So for me, I'm not even buying a Pixel tablet. I'm buying a Nest Hub that detaches so that I can just randomly use it as a tablet in the few circumstances that I want to.
I couldn't be more on the same page. I just the minute I saw it, I was like, this is a Nest Hub that I will love. I can detach it for when I'm hosting if I want to walk around my house and play different music, or if I go to my backyard and I'm controlling music or controlling lights or maybe seeing if someone's at the door. I have it with me. And then the very few times I would want a tablet is downloading movies for the plane or something like that, where I don't need to buy a crazy tablet. I can just pop it off my Nest Hub and take it on the trip with me.
It's so smart.
It does make a lot of sense. I want to know what their solution is for needing two different UIs. I guess maybe when you pop it in the pins, it goes, oh, I am a hub now.
Probably.
And does all the hub stuff where if the doorbell rings, it takes over the whole screen. Where if it's a tablet and the doorbell rings, it's just a notification.
Right.
So they probably have this sort of a switching mode where you know when your tablet, when it's on the pins. Cool. Also, this is just picky of me, but I only use, most of the time I use my tablet at home, it's on a stand, in a folio case, on the kitchen table or something. So if I want to do that with this one, I need to pop it off of the stand and then put it in the folio case. And then when I put it back, I take it out of the folio case and put it back on the stand. That's fine. I can deal with that. I think it's a good idea.
I think
it's a good idea.
The scenario you say you usually use a tablet at home, I don't think this is for you. That's my take from it. I want this because I'm not a tablet person.
Yeah.
And there are a few situations like media consumption where I would want it. And that's what this is for. This is mostly for me going to be home automation and a Nest Hub. And then I get the benefit of a tablet that I don't need to be super intense.
Yeah.
Every once in a while when I need it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not a tablet person whatsoever. I've never found use for them, but I love the Nest Hub. So just being able to use it as a tablet if I need to in these rare circumstances just makes so much sense. And I think, just for the record, I'm pretty sure Lenovo made this exact product 5 years ago.
Screw 'em.
Yeah, I know. Just around the time of the original Google Home.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that they made an Android tablet that mounted and became a smart display. But because it wasn't supported by Google in the way that this is, where it acts and looks like an S-Dub, my biggest question now is how good are the speakers going to be? Because
in the base?
I don't know if the base is a speaker.
It is.
It is?
I would assume
it's a magnetic speaker dock.
In that case, everything's amazing. Let's go party, baby. Let's
Sounds
go.
like the speakers in the tablet don't have to be that great because they can just be normal tablet speakers, and then they pop it on to the speaker dock, and then it's got everything you need to
This is the greatest Google product ever.
It might be.
So excited.
I will be interested. A couple things. Price, obviously. What is this price going to be? Specs on it. I'm are you assuming this is going to be
They said it's running Tensor.
Okay. So I guess I don't even know what that necessarily means.
It's good.
Is this going to be a competitor to a top of the line iPad? I don't think it should be. I don't care about that.
I wouldn't
to be honest.
say-
I think that's important. What you just said, like
Yeah.
people who like the 80% of tablet users who are just like, I think what was the stat on stage? Like 80% of tablets are homebodies.
Yeah.
Never leave the house. They're on the living room couch most of the time. It's the kids watching videos. It's
Right.
Netflix on the plane, casual stuff. That person, this is great for them. And that person doesn't need an A15 Bionic or whatever. Like the iPad Pro and all those expensive tablets that have these crazy super high-end features are for the fringe of people who are like, maybe this can be my only computer. Like
Yeah.
that type of level tablet user, great. Nobody's cross-shopping those. I think this can be a $600 tablet.
I'm hoping less.
600.
Yeah, $600. You turn it into your Nest Hub. You don't have to spend $200 on a Nest Hub now.
How much is a Nest Hub Max?
That's a Max?
Yeah. I'm assuming screen size is probably pretty more similar to the Max.
230.
You guys didn't even get to see it, right?
No,
That's not- it wasn't
no,
there.
no,
Okay.
no, no.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I saw it.
Yeah, you thought
Yeah,
But so
picked
I
it
don't
up.
Even the product manager didn't know if it was just
That's
like, I don't really know.
because I'm gonna guess it's closer to the Nest Hub Max size for the screen, right?
Yeah, 10-inch.
So how much is a Nest Hub Max?
230.
230.
Nest Hub Max came out in
I'm guessing, like-
2019, by the way. I
Yeah,
remember
I-
going to the I.O. for that. That was 3 years ago.
I still use mine every day.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're great.
I love this product.
Do you think 600
so much?
how much
I
would you
cheered.
What do you think the price should be for this tablet?
Do you
I
want like a
think-
super optimistic or like how it's so much going to depend on what the specs are on the thing. It's got huge bezels, so I'm just automatically going to guess the cheaper end.
Right.
I want to say 500 to 600.
I think using context like you are, big bezels, tensor chip, fine. Like doesn't need a ton of RAM or high-end specs. And iPad Air is what, 500? This can be at or under iPad Air.
I think it will be under.
I think it'll be 450 to 500. That's my guess.
I'm going to guess $399.
Whoa.
Okay. So one thing that is interesting is when you scale up production of chips, which they get to do now. Think about this. Tensor was
Okay.
only used in pixels before. How many pixels did they sell? More than any other pixel, but not that many in the retrospect. If they're able to use Tensor G2 in another product that they're going to be shipping a lot of, the overall unit price of Tensor G2 will go down. If that's the case, they might even be able to make this cheaper. That's why the iPhone. Wow.
Nailed it.
I just
iPod phone.
it's been a long,
Long
day.
day.
That's why the iPhone SE is able to run the flagship chip because
Yeah.
they make just an absolute crap load of A15s and they can just put it in everything, you know?
Yeah. So you're on $399 somewhere in there?
I think either $349 or $399.
Whoa.
$349 would be great.
I'm like a little skeptical of how cheap it will be just because the last cheap Google tablet was horrific, and I don't think they want
that
to
ran
make
an
sure it's
Intel
good.
processor.
Yeah, that was pretty. So like I do, yeah. I'm more getting excited the more you two talk about this. I thought it was going to be kind of expensive. I'm worried it's going to be too much of like trying to compete with the top tablets, and then it's going to be this like if it's like $1,000 thing, it's going to be a total flop. I want it to be cheap. I want it to be like just a decent tablet that's like we've said.
I feel like
mostly.
this is only going to be for adults because, like, if you give your kid a tablet, right, you can give them like a cheap Kindle Fire and they're just going to be using it as only a tablet all the time. And they never, like, a kid is not going to walk up to the counter and mount the smart
this
display
off.
back on them.
Never. Never going to do that.
I would not give my kid the option to do that, right?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then like I feel like it's mostly going to be a media consumption device, so it could probably get away with like 3 gigs of RAM. You could make it cheaper, honestly. I feel like
Yeah.
$399 would be a dream. I would be so happy if it was $399.
I think it will be,
Oh,
or
man.
$349. One of the
I'm
two.
going to stick with my like $500 prediction.
Okay.
But yeah,
think
I do
that's
agree.
reasonable.
They're not going to compete with the high end tablets of like do you want a super high-end, low-latency stylus? Do you want, like, three cameras for some reason? Like, it only has one camera. You might not ever use it. Like, it's a
Nest Hub Max that happens to detach.
Yeah, that's exactly what I like think about it.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how people compare them, too, because I do think that it's almost not a tablet. Maybe they're shooting themselves in the foot by calling it a tablet, but, like, yeah, it's a Nest Home Max that has a tablet function. And that's what I'm looking for.
Do you guys think it's going to replace the Nest Hub Max? Like, they'll stop selling the Nest Hub Max?
Interesting. Then it would have to be cheaper. I don't think so.
No,
because the Nest Hub Max is only $230. So if it's replacing the Nest Hub Max and you're going to go up to $350, that's tougher ask to get that into people's homes.
I think it could because there's still the regular Nest Hub.
There is the small size one.
Small one. I could see it just being the new big version, and there's still the small version if you want a cheaper non-tablet version. That's a huge delta, but Google likes to do that, apparently.
I mean,
you know what they should make? The Nest Hub Mini, but it detaches. So you get a tablet that's this
5-inch
big.
tablet.
Smaller than the Pixel 7 Pro.
Yeah.
Google, they keep introducing it as a tablet. They keep saying Google tablet.
Yeah, that's what's worrying me.
I think it's going to live as a tablet, and you can buy this dock separately if you want to do this thing. I think that's what's going to happen.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Really?
Yeah.
When we're talking about prices, are we including the dock?
I thought it was all coming together.
I thought it was coming together.
I might have to rewatch the keynote and see if they said optional or not. But it's every time I hear them talk about it, it's the nice finish. So when you hold it, it's like this, and the speakers and the screen and the camera. It's a tablet first. But if you want to, we have this sick extra thing you can do, which is mounted on a magnetic speaker dock, and then it becomes your Nest Hub Max.
They're probably not going to show on the website, but
No,
I'll rewatch the keynote, but that's how I got it. That's how I perceived it.
Okay, so you think $500 with no dock? You were thinking I was thinking $399 with the dock, but I think you and I are just so excited about it. We have it in our head that it's like Nest Hub, but you make a really good point, and now I'm scared.
Should I watch it real quick? I'm going to watch this
I'm scared.
section of the keynote just to find it real quick.
I'm pretty sure they just said, and it can mount on, like, I think they were very vague about it.
Definitely. Okay, hold on.
It reimagines how a tablet can actually be helpful all the time in your home by pairing it with a new charging speaker dock. Ta-da!
By pairing it with...
Yeah, they're
Does that
separate
mean-
products.
I don't
See,
think
I think I
so.
could also hear pair it with by saying, like, we're pairing it with, as in,
you
like,
might
this
be
package
right.
has it. I don't know.
It will live as a tab. I don't think you're going to try to...
and in your home.
I don't think you're going to get people to buy this if every single one of them comes with a speaker dock. I think people are just going to want a Google tablet, period. There is no good Google tablet right now.
Does anyone want a Google tablet?
I think some people do.
I was so excited like 5 minutes ago. I think we should end this right now because I want to end this on a high note.
Wait, let me watch the rest of this 30-second clip.
One eternity later.
The way they're talking about it is very product talk for these will be separate. And we will offer this dock separately for a price.
Okay, look at this. With the Pixel tablet, we're taking everything we learned from years of making Pixel and products for the home and combining it into one great device.
Yeah, the tablet.
That sounds
a tablet
Pixel and products
and the home
and combining it.
I think they ship together.
I don't think either way, but I hope immensely.
Yeah.
I want to be wrong, but everything I'm hearing right now is they will be separate. We'll keep an eye on that. It's 2023 at some point. We don't know when.
Yeah, it's a while away.
Yeah, interesting. Well, that's the tablet.
Although it does say
That's the event.
pairing it with the new charging speaker dock.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're never going to come to a consensus.
Also, think of this future. You have one tablet and 3 different speaker docks around your house, and you just walk around and just pop it on when you go into the bedroom. You just pop it in there.
Yeah, but then there's also just like ugly speaker docks sitting around that don't have anything.
With just exposed pins.
Yeah.
We have now turned this into the most polarizing Google product of the
This is
event.
either the greatest tablet of all time or the worst tablet of all time. No in between.
When they first showed off the Pixel tablet, I was like, I could not be more disinterested in this. And now I'm like, this is the greatest Google product that's ever been
It's the most I've cheered at an event for like the last 3 years.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we're optimistic. We're camp optimistic. Let's just camp out there.
I'm game.
All right, guys, last thing before we go, can we just do a Clips outro so I can put it at the end of each Clips that we do?
I got to get editing this impressions
It
video.
is 5 p.m.
We have
on
so much to
Thursday.
do.
Wait,
Yeah.
but I just need...
We have
Sorry, man.
There's no
You've got a
way.
lot of work to do.
We
We all got things to do, Adam. Every single one of us!
Hey, what's up? This is Marquez Brownlee. Make sure to like and subscribe.